What's up, guys? Chase Oliver 68 here, bringing you my WWE Hell in a Cell 2013 preview slash predictions. Now, I apologize to everybody that was wondering, Chase, where have the videos been? You know, my channel has not been that active these past weeks, and there's a reason why. I had midterms at college, and you guys know I'm trying to finish up college as fast as possible. So midterms kind of held me back a little bit. Not to mention the Q&As, I haven't been able to do those as of late because I recently switched my YouTube name because YouTube thought that was so fucking important. They thought this was the most important feature. I couldn't upload videos until I switched my YouTube name. It was ridiculous. So down below, you guys are going to see the name of Chase Oliver. Okay, that's my full name. Just know that I'm still going to call myself Chase Oliver 68. All right, this is still the Chase Oliver 68 channel to me. I'm going to try to find a way to change my name back to Chase Oliver 68 because honestly, I don't want to have Chase Oliver as my name. This is supposed to be a YouTube channel. This is supposed to be a channel you guys subscribe to, not some person making videos just because like YouTube now thinks everyone makes vlogs. I don't make vlogs. I make fucking wrestling and sports videos. But guaranteed now, with the midterm slowed down and pretty much class going to be back to normal, I will be able to post more video topics. So please send in your questions if you have some. And if you already sent in questions, you can send in more questions. I will allow it this time for you to send in more questions since I haven't been doing a Q&A as of late. I do apologize to everybody. Also to the YWF family that I review Rumble for. I will review Rumble Revolution sometime soon. I'm sorry I've been slagging on that. Just know, like, school and all this other shit has just put everything I wanted to do with my channel on the wayside for now. But now, hopefully to get the swing in the backup things when it comes down to reviewing YouTube videos. Anyways, guys, let's get started with this Hell in a Cell 2013 previews and predictions. First up, I'm going to talk about the tag team title match, the triple threat for the tag team titles. We have Goldust and Cody Rhodes taking on the Shield, taking on the Usos. Now, I don't know what the Usos being involved in this match is going to mean. I'm probably thinking that they're going to be the fall team just for the Shield to regain the tag team titles, if anything. But then again, Cody Rhodes and Goldust got a new theme song, so I don't know what that is going to hold in regard. But in my opinion, I feel that the team of Goldust and Cody Rhodes, the Rhodes Dynasty, the Rhodes family, whatever you want to call them, I feel they are going to still retain the tag team championships. I kind of just feel that they just threw the Usos in there just because they're like, well, they are the #1 contenders to the tag team titles, so we might as well put them in there just so that way it doesn't look like we forgot about them. And it's kind of nice that they do have like a triple threat tag team match. This is kind of unique, and I kind of like it that the WWE is actually promoting the tag team division very, very well here. We get a rematch for the Divas title, AJ Lee versus Brie Bella. Now, is this to show Brie Bella is going to walk out as Divas champion? I'm guessing yes. I think this is going to be mostly for the Total Divas aspect of why Brie Bella will win the belt here. Because honestly, with AJ Lee's title reign, it's not a bad title reign. I think it's a great Divas title reign, if anything. I just feel that with AJ Lee now as champion, it's like when Trish Stratus, remember when she was that champion for a whole year? She was injured for most of the year. People forget about that title reign. She was out with the injury for most of the year. And AJ Lee, she's just like, you know, there's nothing left for her. It's like the Divas division needs to get refreshed up, and sometimes you need to change the belt off of someone to make this Divas division very, you know, refreshed again. And I honestly say to myself that, you know, it's just the way it has to go. I feel that they need to refresh the Divas division. I feel they need to have a new champion in that helm, so that way you have more interesting aspects for not only the Total Divas show, but the Divas division in general. Because, let's face it, guys, Total Divas, I know a lot of you guys don't watch it. And I understand if you don't watch it. Everyone has their personal preference when it comes to TV shows. But the thing is, WWE Total Divas is a success on the E! Network. They want to try to cross-promote as much as possible. If people are seeing that one of the cast of Total Divas is a champion, they might say, hey, I might cross-promote and go watch the WWE just because I think it's interesting that a Total Diva is a champion. It brings more market for the women. And I feel that the Divas division, ever since Total Divas has come out, has been a lot better than it has been in the past year or so. Honestly, AJ Lee, great Divas champion. Not going to disregard anything she did as Divas champion. I felt she had some great matches, innovated a new submission in her arsenal, and carried that belt well. But now it's time to give it to a new superstar, bring something fresh to the Divas division. Let's do something different again with the Divas division, because AJ Lee, I don't see what's next for her after this. I thought Natalya would be maybe her next opponent, but I think they might want to save a Brie Bella versus Natalya match for later on. So honestly, great run for AJ Lee, but I think Brie Bella will take the Divas title here. I forgot to talk about the kickoff show. My camera was kind of blocking that from the card. So we have Curtis Axel taking on the new face of Big E Langston. Yeah, Big E Langston is now a face. He turned face on Monday Night Raw. Honestly, Axel's going to retain here. It would be nice if we saw a title change on the pre-show. We've had title changes on the past in the pre-show, but I don't think Big E Langston is ready enough to hold the Intercontinental title. I feel like if they wanted to do it, him hold the Intercontinental title, they would do it in a big fashion way on a big time show like a Survivor Series, not at Hell in a Cell. I don't think a Hell in a Cell is a great way to give, you know, a new young guy in the IC title hunt, the IC championship. I feel you do this at either Survivor Series or maybe even a Royal Rumble. So Curtis Axel is going to retain here. And now let's move on to a match where Paul Heyman is involved with, because obviously Paul Heyman is going to support Curtis Axel at ringside for this match. But CM Punk taking on Ryback and Paul Heyman in Hell in a Cell. Now, you guys know me. I'm not a fan of this feud per se. But this is the right way to end the feud. Now, honestly, CM Punk and Ryback, we saw this match last year at Hell in a Cell. And now we're seeing it again. And I think a lot of people's complaints is that Ryback is just kind of thrown in there. And let's face it, he is just thrown in there. If this was CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, I think us fans would have no complaints whatsoever about this match. But the reason being is, it's just Ryback. If this was Brock Lesnar, totally different story. But the thing is, they can't get Brock Lesnar for this pay-per-view because they have, you know, other things to do with the storylines. They don't want to pay Brock Lesnar all that money. You forget, Brock Lesnar appearance money is probably a shit ton of money for the WWE that they don't want to pay for like a Hell in a Cell type pay-per-view. But this is the right way to end the feud. No matter who's in it, this is the right way you end the Paul Heyman and CM Punk feud. You don't end the feud in just a regular handicap match. You end it inside of the Hell in a Cell. Out of all of the matches, and there's two, this is finally the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. I would say this one and Hell in a Cell 2009. These are the best Hell in a Cell pay-per-views because they actually have matches that belong in the Hell in a Cell. Like in 2009, they had AAA, they had DX versus Legacy inside of the Hell in a Cell. They had John Cena versus Randy Orton inside of the Hell in a Cell. Now, at this pay-per-view, we have two matches that do belong inside the Hell in a Cell, and this is one of them. This is a feud that belongs inside of the Hell in a Cell. No matter who's in it, they've done a great job building up. Even though I'm not a fan of this particular feud, I feel that they have done a good job with this feud. It's not a terrible feud by any standards. Just because I'm not a fan of it doesn't mean it's terrible. I just don't particularly like that it's yap, 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 yap every single week, and it seems kind of predictable to me. But this match is going to be interesting, and CM Punk, I don't think he's going to walk away with the win here. I think they're going to keep breaking down CM Punk, and they're going to elevate Ryback up in the card. I feel Ryback's going to win this match here, but I do expect Paul Heyman to get beaten down a little bit in this match, but I feel they're saving CM Punk for that huge Royal Rumble win, because he is my pick to win the Royal Rumble. I know it's way too early to say, but he is my pick to win the Royal Rumble. I think he is going to win the Royal Rumble. So I feel like they're going to keep breaking him down and rebuild him once we get to Rumble time. So that's my prediction there. I got Ryback and Paul Heyman winning that match. Up next is probably the most controversial match on the card. Del Rio versus John Cena for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, a lot of fans have given different opinions on this. I'm one of them. I've said that, you know, Cena winning the World Heavyweight Championship wouldn't be a bad thing. Because a lot of fans bitch about the World Heavyweight Championship, how no one big's holding it and no one cares about that belt. I feel Cena winning this title will help the World Heavyweight Championship by a tons full. Because, let's face it, guys, whether you love or hate John Cena, aren't you happy he's not in the WWE title picture? Come on, he's not even in the WWE title picture. He's not being forced into this corporation storyline. He's doing a storyline with Alberto Del Rio again. And this could lead to maybe a Damian Sandow cash-in on John Cena where Sandow and Cena feud. I mean, honestly, Cena himself, he doesn't really need the world strap. But I feel like if he's more involved in World Heavyweight title feuds, this could help the World Heavyweight Championship. And not only that, SmackDown by a tons full. I said it in my John Cena returning at Hell in a Cell 2013 video. I said that. I said Cena doing this is so much better than him going for the WWE Championship. Because, let's face it, Monday Night Raw, they do have some big-time talent on there that they're building. They have Bryan, they have Orton, they have Big Show, they have probably Sheamus coming back soon. You know, they already have people that, you know, can promote Raw. For SmackDown, let's face it, they're using the same guys. But if Cena goes focus on SmackDown, this could actually help SmackDown a lot. And honestly, him as World Heavyweight Champion, I think, is one of the best moves WWE would do, especially if it leads to a Sandow cash-in. So I feel Cena will win the belt. Damian Sandow cashes in on John Cena. That is my personal opinion. I think that's going to happen. If anything else, the cheap way of doing this is Del Rio gets disqualified from John Cena, which is probably most likely going to happen in real life terms. But in my fantasy booking terms and how I see this happening is John Cena winning that world strap with the Sandow cash-in at the end. Moving on forward now to the main event of the evening as my boy Randall Keith Orton takes on Daniel Bryan with special guest referee Shawn Michaels. All right. The WWE titles banquet, you bring in Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee, one of the first people to enter inside the Hell in a Cell. You have Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan. This is a great way to end the feud. Now, who's going to win the strap? That is the question. Well, with how Big Show's being booked, you would say Randy Orton, right? Wrong. Daniel Bryan, I think, will win this WWE Championship. As much as it pains me to say it, just because I'm a Randy Orton fan, not because I hate Daniel Bryan, before anyone gets all like, oh, how did you hate Daniel Bryan? I'm actually, I like D. Bryan. I just love Orton because he's my favorite wrestler. But Daniel Bryan will walk out as the WWE Champion. And the reason being is, I feel this is the match where Daniel Bryan takes that next step and people start to take him a little bit more seriously. Because let's face it, guys. Daniel Bryan, he's not really too much of a serious figure. We know he can wrestle seriously, but the thing is, you got to get the casual audience to say, this guy's legit. Remember Edge. Edge, after the ladder matches, and after all the injuries he suffered, like in 2002, he wasn't really being taken so seriously. People weren't taking Edge so seriously because they were like, can this guy still take a bump? Because he hasn't been in a hardcore style match in a long period of time. And then all of a sudden, you know, he starts doing a program with Mick Foley that leads to, like, you know, the ECW One Night Stand crap. You know, you have that, do that with Edge, and now fans are like, okay, Edge is still a legit type of guy. He's still a guy that can take hardcore bumps. That's what they need to do with Daniel Bryan. They got to show people that, hey, Daniel Bryan, inside of this Hell in a Cell, he can fucking get shit done. That's how you get someone over in the wrestling business, is just what they do in the ring and how hardcore and how serious they look in the ring. Not just based on their in-ring style or their gimmick. It's also if they can take a beating or not, and if the fans will appreciate it. I feel this is going to be a great match. I expect nothing less but great for this match. I feel Daniel Bryan will walk out as the WWE Champion. I'm sorry, Randy, that I'm choosing against you, but I have to because I feel this is the right booking decision. Daniel Bryan will walk out as the WWE Champion and probably feud against the Big Show at Survivor Series. And I don't mind Daniel Bryan or Big Show matches. I actually thought they put on some good matches a couple years back on SmackDown. But I feel Daniel Bryan will walk out as the WWE Champion. Now, overall, Hell in a Cell, I'm actually excited for this pay-per-view. And I haven't been excited in the Hell in a Cell for a while now. Last year's Hell in a Cell I wasn't really that excited for. But this year's Hell in a Cell, it's something different. I actually feel very excited for this pay-per-view, and I cannot wait to see the turnout. My expectations are not really too high, but they're set at if I were to grade the pay-per-view based on this card, I would probably say a B-. I'm probably a B-, except expecting a good show from this. I'm just expecting a good overall show. That's about it. So what do you guys think about WWE Hell in a Cell 2013? Are you guys excited? You're not so excited? What are your predictions for Hell in a Cell 2013? I would say leave a video response, but YouTube's like, no, fuck that feature because that feature sucks. Which is stupid as hell to me because I feel that video responses were one of the coolest things on YouTube. But comment down below your thoughts on the Hell in a Cell. Give me your predictions, and if you have a video that you want to send me, just send it on over to me and I'll check it out and I'll see if I agree with what you say or disagree. And remember, guys, it's just all opinions and having fun on here. So anyways, guys, I'm out of here. If you guys like me, subscribe down below, like this video, dislike this video, do whatever you want with this video. Share this video with your friends on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseAlbert68. I'm out of here. Hope you have a good day, folks. Peace!